Hello, happy 5th of November. What a weird and crazy world we are living in. So just to give you a little bit of a perspective, so we are second day of a full lockdown here in the UK, which has just gone against all science and what everyone thinks is the right thing to do. But hey, it's happening. And also it's election time in the US. So the energy in the air is pretty mental. And this is the purpose of that video. So, I share a lot of information with people, and I get a lot of people say, well, what's the solution? How do we stop being controlled? Because ultimately what's happening in the world is all these events are going on, and it's pulling you out of yourself, pulling your consciousness out of you and putting your attention on that thing. So it's taking away your power. And how do we stop that from happening? What is the solution? All these things, all these events are happening around us, and things are looking more and more bleak and desperate for us as we hear about steps being brought in, and possible agendas which are going to take away our freedom and our human rights. So what is the solution? What do we do about it? Now, what I've always said from the word go, and what I've really learned in my own life, is that nothing can disturb you if you are in your own body. And what I mean by that, people probably think, well, of course I'm in my own body. It's like we have a separation between our body and our mind. So all these things that are going on at the moment, it's putting us in the head. The fear is literally consuming our mind, and our minds are like chat, 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 which means we're completely disembodied. We're not within ourselves. We have no body awareness. And that's really what this whole agenda is all about. It's putting the collective into a state of fear so our consciousness can be hijacked. This might sound a little bit out there for some people, but your power lies within you being present in your body. Because when you are present, when you're in your body, when you're connected to your body and your breath, you can connect to pure source. When you're connected to your body and your breath and pure source, you cannot be controlled. Nothing can come in and control you without you noticing. So that's really what I'm all about. It's teaching people these important skills, because we're not taught this at all. We're taught to look outside of ourselves, turn our faith to something outside of us, maybe like something in the New Age, or maybe a religion, or a god or goddess that you pray to. But it's taking you out of yourself, and you're giving your power away to whatever it is that you're praying to. So you leave yourself open. So how we really change in this time, and how we really move forward and make wise and conscious decisions, is by doing just that, being in your body. Like, do you know your own energy? Because if you do, then you'll be aware that most of what you're feeling isn't your own. It's come from family members, it's come from the ancestral lineage, it's coming from your work colleagues, people around you, people that you walk past in the street. Every time you come into every time you come into contact with someone in their energy field, you take on their energy. Particularly if you are someone that has a lot of open energy centers, which would be in the human design system, that would be projectors or reflectors. You're completely open to everybody else's energy. And when you know your own energy, when you know your own strengths, you can't be manipulated. So what I invite people to do during this time of lockdown is really spend time doing your inner work. And when I say doing your inner work, just practicing how to be embodied. And that is simply how you start, is just connect your breath. Start to connect your breath and really feel the components of your breath as it enters the body. What happens in your nose, what happens in your throat, what happens to your windpipe, what happens to your chest, your belly. Feel the components of your body as you breathe in. And then as you're doing that, can you also feel your spine? Can you feel your sit bones? Can you feel your pulse running through your body? Can you feel your blood running through your body? Can you feel that energy of source coming up through your sit bones as you put all these things together? What can you hear? What can you taste? What can you feel? What can you sense around you? Where are you in relation to what else is in the room? That's true embodiment. And when you are in that state, you can't be controlled. Your mind cannot wander away, because the problem is as well, when the mind becomes overactive, we leave our body, and the mind creates stories, and the mind brings up memories, and then the mind starts to justify why we feel this way, because once that happened, and then that happened, and then that happened. But you know, what I'm really passionate about teaching clients is how to not ignore these thoughts in the head, but really how to listen to what the head's saying, but dropping into the body and feeling what those thoughts are creating in the body, what sensations are arising. Because we are, you know, we are the non-physical on earth experiencing being physical. So it's really our soul mission, it's really our mission in this life to navigate this body. You know, we have to feed our body well, we have to sleep well, we have to exercise and move our body, we have to learn to breathe properly, we have to learn what our human bodies are capable of, and how powerful our mind is. And this is where the system is so flawed, because we're never taught this. We're never taught our own power. We're never taught, for example, as women, we're never taught how powerful our menstrual cycle is. We're never taught about how powerful the dying process is. We're never taught about rituals and how to elevate our consciousness. And there are more and more people coming forward and helping people do this, but it's really up to us to own ourselves and our bodies. And once you do this, once you can fully embody and be present, you'll start to feel when things are a lie, and you'll be able to feel when things are truthful. Like, it's different than an intuition. Like, intuition is still there, but you feel a body response, like oh my god, no, or oh yes. And that's when you can really navigate through this whole, I want to call it a freak show of what's happening on earth, because it's all external stuff which is trying to rob us of our power, our power. And yeah, it's up to us to really start to tap into these skills, because it's the only thing that's going to save us as things get weirder and weirder. But if anybody is interested in this, please drop me a message. I've got several breathwork events happening across the month. I'm also available for individual breathwork. I mean, breathwork is an amazing tool to help you free your body from emotional stress, trauma, all sorts of things, anxiety, depression. And that's what society really needs. Like, the more we can free ourselves up from our early childhood and what's happened, the more kind of loving and open and grounded we will be as a race, as the human race. And yeah, that's when we have our power. And anyway, I've kind of chatted for a while. I hope you found that useful. Please do comment and let me know what your favorite embodiment practices are. And yeah, I really hope that one day, if you have the time, you could try out breathwork, see how it works for you. And yeah, thank you for listening.